is the sun like too intense right here? Doesn't matter. We're doing the video anyway. Hey there, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Kay, I'm a professional home organizer, and today we're gonna talk about 10 things I have been loving over the past year that most of them are on Amazon. So I'll leave the links for everything down below. They will be affiliate links, so if you don't wanna click on them and help support the channel, that is your business. You can just like look the name up in Amazon, but most of these things are available on Amazon, one is not. But we're gonna talk about most of the things that have been making me happy over the past year. It's been a while since I've done one of these favorites videos, and they're really fun for me to do, so I'm very excited to tell you about some stuff. Okay, the first thing is very bougie and possibly unnecessary, but I wanted to tell you about it because I love it so much. My husband and I were at our pepper grinder broke, and we'd had our, oh my gosh, the bird claw. So our pepper grinder that we've had for years kicked the bucket, and we had been complaining about it for a while anyway, and we cook a lot, so we wanted to get a nice pepper grinder. And I had no idea that this was a thing, but Peugeot, like the car company, they also make pepper grinders, and they're kind of ridiculous. I think they sell them at Williams-Sonoma and at like Sud Table or something like that. But we were like, if we're gonna buy a pepper grinder, we're gonna buy a nice pepper grinder. So we bought this beautiful, oh, you can't even see it, this beautiful olive wood pepper grinder. Look at the sun just like making it look amazing. I'm gonna go over here. This beautiful olive wood pepper grinder, and let me tell you, I have never been so obsessed with pepper grinder. Like, it's just a pepper grinder, right? And this one was ridiculously expensive because of the olive wood. The normal ones aren't this expensive, but this is the best pepper grinder I've ever used in my life. If you're a fan of freshly ground black pepper, you need a nice pepper grinder. And we got this, we bought it directly from Peugeot, but it is available on Amazon. And first of all, it's gorge. It's got the little Peugeot logo on the front. If you can see the little lion, isn't that cute? It actually has it on the underside as well. This is a very well-made pepper grinder, and I don't know if it's biased, but I feel like the grinds that come from this pepper grinder are amazingly superior to any other grind that I've ever had. It's gorgeous, we love it. Life's too short to have a crappy pepper grinder, so we got a nice one, and I thought I would tell you about it because it's available. You can buy it. You don't have to get this exact one. This one was really expensive for some reason because of the olive wood, but we decided, you know, we're gonna, why not? Oh, it's got a little Peugeot lion right there too, if you can see it. There. This sun is really playing me today. Next is this herb keeper from a brand called Cole & Mason, I believe. I was searching around for, I had a couple of herb keepers before. I had one from a company called Progressive. I had one from Progressive. It was all right, but it wasn't really doing it for me, and it was like kind of tall and narrow, so I decided to use it just for like asparagus and celery stalks. But when I got this one, I was like, it was kind of expensive, so I wasn't really sure, and it was worth every penny. It keeps cilantro and parsley fresh for so long, and the design is just good. It fits in the side of the door, and I love this thing. We've had it for I think a year now, and it is like one of the best herb keeping decisions I've ever made. It's so worth it to me. I know, like this, I was hemming and hawing. It was in my basket and out of my basket for a while because I was like, is this really better than anything I can buy from Progressive, or, you know, putting the herbs in like a paper towel? I mean, you can totally do that, but this method keeps them fresh for so long. I'm very impressed. So far, it's been relatively easy to clean and not too bad, but I am obsessed, and I had to recommend it to you because I love it. The next things I have been totally obsessed with over the past year and a half especially is like any kind of storage jar for anything. But I'm talking mostly about Weck jars. Weck, or Weck if you're American, is a German jar company, and they make the most amazing, this light, the most amazing canning jars. And this little top is not something that comes with the Weck jar. It usually comes with a glass top and a rubber gasket and some metal clips. So there's no plastic in any of these. So if you're looking to go plastic free, Weck jars are a really, really good thing. I recently switched over my pantry to all weck jars and I love the look of it. I love how beautiful they are. And someone was recently asking what the sizes were. I will put them down in the description down below. You can buy them from Amazon now. I remember when I first bought these jars, these particular jars, these little tulip jars, they were only selling them directly from Germany. So I remember special ordering these in, I think, 2012 from Germany and having them imported, and I was absolutely obsessed. I don't use these for canning. I use them for storing sauces. If I make a sauce, or if I pickle red onions, or if I pickle carrots, I use a weck jar, and it is I'm obsessed. I put a little label on here because I'm typically making like salad dressings and I want to know what it is, so I put it there. Sometimes I put the date. These are kind of a semi-permanent label, but you don't have to have this there. You can just write directly on the glass if you want. But I love these weck jars. I have been using them for years, and I am absolutely obsessed. They make all kinds of fun shapes and sizes, and if you're really looking to use less plastic, I think glass is the way to go. I get a lot of comments on sometimes when I recommend glass. They're like, I drop glass. Well, glass breaks. That is one of the properties of glass. Are you also using plastic drinking glasses? That is one of the hazards of having glass items. They do break, but I do think it is better for the environment. Glass is much a more easily recycled material than plastic. So I say, get yourself some weck jars. And these are, this is a different jar. This is actually a reused Wii jar from the Wii yogurt. And I bought a top from Amazon. It goes right on there. And I've been using these to make sauces as well, and to carry snacks with me to rehearsals when I need to take something with me so I don't die at rehearsal. I'll throw some nuts in there, some dried fruit, and then when it's time for snack time, it's time for snack time. The third thing I have been absolutely obsessed with is still my Roomba and my Brava. That is the robot mop and the robot vacuum, respectively, I guess in nice reverse order. The Roomba is the vacuum, the Brava is the mop. These babies get used every day. They're worth every penny. There are two kinds of Roombas. One empties its own dustpan and one does not. It is totally worth it to get the one that empties its own dustbin because, like, it's nasty. We still have our old one downstairs, our $8.90 downstairs, that does not empty its own dustbin, but I can totally do that. It still works great after all these years. You do have to replace the battery after a while because they're doing a lot of work, right? And they're using a lot of the battery, so it does get run down after a while, but you can order extra parts from Roomba. The Roomba is my favorite thing. Now I don't have to vacuum as much anymore. So if you use it every day, you can be pretty consistent. It does a really good job. It gets all the dog hair and all the dust off the floor. So I highly recommend, if you're considering getting a Roomba, get one. It's great. And it forces you to keep all of your clutter off of the floor because it will catch everything. Cords, any kind of like thing, like small toys you leave down there. So it kind of keeps you neat and tidy unintentionally because it's, you know, it's a Roomba. So I don't talk about this next item a lot, but I have been using it for years. And if you are just getting into cooking or you're just learning to cook, I think an immersion blender is a very good purchase. The one I have is from Braun, and it was given to me as a gift, like a graduation gift from college 20 some years ago by my godfather, and it still works amazing and I still have it. They've made newer models, of course, since then, but the Braun immersion blender is one of the most helpful things in my kitchen. It's got a little reservoir it acts as like a little mini food processor if I'm making sauces, or you can stick it right in your pot if you're cooking, if you want to blend up a soup or something. And it comes with a whisk attachment too. It's just so good. You can stick the attachments in the dishwasher and everything else in the dishwasher. It's been so great, and the thing is 20 years old, still going strong. So I don't feel like I'll need to replace this anytime soon unless the motor breaks or something like that, but I definitely recommend a Braun immersion blender if you're just getting into cooking, or if you want to have a blender but you don't want to buy like a food processor if you don't have room. This little immersion blender will do everything. I mean, the thing is really small, so you're gonna be limited on size of how much you can put in there, but it is really helpful. You can make a little salsa in there or something. It's just so good. So highly recommend Immersion Blender from Braun. Okay, the next thing I love is not a home thing, but I have been obsessed, and I got a lot of compliments from you guys on the jumpsuits that I've been buying from Amazon. So I bought these jumpsuits from a brand called Mini B, I think, and I was looking at them on Amazon for a while because I was looking for some more just casual, chill outfits that I could wear and either not be hot, or I could stick some, you know, or I could layer them so that I'm not super cold. And I found these jumpsuits on Amazon, and they were not that expensive. I think they were like $35. And I have been getting compliments nonstop on them. They're so cute. They're so easy to wear. They're so comfortable. And right now I have two from Mini B. I have two dresses, actually similar dresses from Mini B. When I go out, I got so many compliments on them. Everyone thinks that I'm like so stylish and cool when I'm wearing like the cheapest dress from Amazon. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for something comfortable and cute, these jumpsuits from Mini B are so good and so cute. And for me as a petite lady, they don't overwhelm my frame. So highly recommend. Love those. I'm gonna get like two more. The next thing I've been in love with is some bread. I have been trying Wild Grain, which is a bread delivery box, and I am obsessed. Wild Grain is the first Bake from Frozen membership for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, or fresh pastas. So they send you a box, and it's frozen bread that you can bake from frozen. So what happens is you just get the bread out of your freezer, you put it on a, you can put it either directly on the oven rack or with the croissants, with, oh my God, the croissants. Put those directly on a baking sheet with some parchment paper, and you bake them from frozen, and it is so good. We tried all kinds of breads. We tried the ciabatta, we tried the sourdough, which was so good, but my favorite was the croissants. The croissants were just like buttery, delicious, indulgent, so good. There's even pasta and desserts you can get just baked from frozen. You don't have to worry, but you don't have to like do all of the baking things, because I don't bake right. Baking's very scientific. It requires all of that kneading, these exact measurements. No, you get this in a box you can keep in your freezer, and when you're ready for fresh bread, you just pop it in the oven and it is ready to go in like 30 minutes. It's so good. You can easily manage your membership at any time, and you get a 4-day notice before each charge, so you're not gonna be surprised by getting charged from Wild Grain, and you can skip or cancel anytime, and there's no weird stuff in the bread. It's all vegetarian, super clean ingredients, unbleached flour, no GMOs, no artificial colors, none of that stuff. And you wanna know the best part about Wild Grain? They local. Oh yeah. They Boston people. I'm really happy to talk about a beautiful local company that is producing amazing stuff. So if you are interested in signing up for Wild Grain, see my link in the description down below. They have been absolutely wonderful to work with. They are so sweet and nice. And the croissants though, thank you so much to Wild Grain. Please check them out in the description. It helps both the channel and a local business that is doing amazing things. The next thing is like such a dumb thing, but it's a very specific problem that it solves, and it is my stupid sleep Bluetooth headband from Amazon. I am a very light sleeper. I need both the blackout situation and also noise like blackouts, because if someone walks into the room while I'm sleeping, I am up, I'm alert, I want to know what's going on, and so I needed a way to block out light and sound. So I put some just blue noise, what is that? Put some brown noise or some like static noise, like relaxing noise, like some sea sounds or something like that in my headphones. It's Bluetooth, so you're not connected to a cord or anything. So it blocks out the light, so that way I'm protected from waking up, and it's comfortable to wear. I've worn it all night. It lasts all night, and this thing, I think like it only costs like 20 bucks. It's so good. Again, this is for a very specific problem. If you are a light sleeper and like everything wakes you up and you want to listen to like sea sounds without disturbing your partner or anything like that, I highly recommend these Bluetooth headphone sort of sleep mask. It doesn't look cute when it's on, but you know, who's looking cute at night, really? I mean, you're just trying to sleep, right? And speaking of sleeping, I bought this sleep fan from Amazon, and I like hemmed and hawed because I was like, my fan that I had for 10 years or something just pooped out. It broke. I was so disappointed. I'm the person that sleeps with a fan every single night. I love the air blowing on me. I love the noise that it makes. It's very relaxing. And when my fan pooped out, I was devastated. And I found this programmable sleep fan from Jovi, I think the name of the company is, and I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. First of all, it's Bluetooth, so you can control it from your phone. You can just download the app and you can turn on the fan with your phone, or you can turn it on with Siri. You can turn it on with Siri and it will turn on the fan for you. If you can like program it, it's so good. Turn on fan. Or, and this is my favorite thing, you can program it to come on and go off at a certain time. So my fan comes on at 9:45 every night, which is about the time I'm getting ready to go to bed, and then it goes off at 8:15 in the morning. And I am obsessed. It has all these different settings and I love it. So I know it's like, I think it's like $80, which is insane for a fan, but for me, worth every penny. Worth every penny. I use it every night. I love it. I'm even gonna take it with me when I travel. It's the best. So highly recommended. The next thing I have been absolutely loving and appreciating is my reusable K-cup pods. Ever since we started using a Keurig coffee maker, I've loved the convenience of just making 1 cup of coffee, right? Like before I was making a whole pot, and then I was like, well, I gotta drink this, and then I was all caffeined up all day. I don't need that. So we got a Keurig and it works really quickly, works really fast, love it. But I just hated the wastefulness of it. I was taking apart the K-cups and recycling the pieces individually, which was such a pain in the butt. And I decided that I'm gonna buy reusable K-cups, and I have not looked back since. There are probably nicer ones than this one that will last longer, but these have been pretty good and we've gotten so much use out of them. We're so used to them now that we would never think of buying a box of K-cups. We just have our regular coffee, we put it in a little container, we scoop the K-cup and we put it in the machine, and we put the coffee in the compost and wash the K-cup container, and it saves on single-use plastic, and it doesn't end up in a landfill or anything like that. So I feel like if you make like a small step like that, it's really good. You know, none of us can be really perfect about our environmental footprint, but we can do little things that I think add up. So I think reusable K-cups are a win for both your lifestyle and for the environment. Yay. And speaking of wins for the environment, my other thing that I've been absolutely obsessed with is my reusable snack bags and snack box. Hey, listen, I'm going out into the world again, and I have been struggling to find sometimes appropriate snack sized bags, and I got these from Amazon, and first of all, the pattern is adorable. I love it. There's other patterns that aren't so like cartoony, but this one spoke to me and I wanted to get it, and I can put sandwiches in it. I can put, again, like I can throw nuts in there if I don't want to have the jar full of nuts. I can just have the little package full of nuts or candies or cookies or anything like that. So I don't like pass away at rehearsal. And these are great because you can just throw them in the dishwasher when you're done with them, and they come out clean and ready to go. So if you are looking to send your child with something, I highly recommend them. They're so good, and you just reuse. So reusing, I think, is the name of the game here. All right, so that is the stuff that I've been loving lately. I hope you enjoyed this wacky list. I will leave links to everything down below, and let me know if you try any of these. Let me know if you have any of these, or I don't know. Let me know, whatever. If you're looking for more stuff to look at, there's more stuff in this video that I liked that you can go check out and see if you need anything from that list. All right, happy shopping. I'll see you next time. Bye.